Hello my friend, happy Easter. Today is April 5th, 2015 and I am recording this video because as promised for the 50 students who are first to complete 100% of all lectures in this course, I will be recording a video response just like this to their most burning questions. So question number 1 comes from Eri. And Eri asks, what would you recommend as the best way to move forward if there is a man who used to be your significant other who is claiming he understands what happened and has changed? Is it a smart idea to trust that he has changed? Is there a way to know for sure that he has? So to summarize Eri's question, she's asking, hey, this guy used to be my ex, we were in a relationship, something didn't work out, so I left. Now he's reaching out saying, hey, I understand what happened, I take responsibility, I have changed, take me back. So Eri is asking, what do I do? Should I trust him? Is there a way to know that he has changed? And here's my answer. And I'm gonna put this down because I'm actually drinking my tea since it's Easter evening and I am enjoying my own company. As you know, I took a year of dating and I did a full year of holidays alone. And today is just one of the holidays when I am thinking about an incredible gift that we all have received from Jesus, and I'm just enjoying peace at home. It's the first Easter in my life when I am celebrating by myself. Okay, so I have my tea and back to Eri's question. I think that when somebody is going to change and when they understand what actually happened in a relationship, number one, it's not an event, it's a process, which means it takes a lot of time, and number two, they need breathing room to be able to change. So here's what I've done, a mistake I made in my relationship with my ex-husband, my second ex-husband. Every time I would leave, because obviously I would be hopeless and I would just not have any patience anymore. I would be out of internal resources to go on in a relationship like that. It was a pretty awful relationship. So I would leave and he would call me and he would tell me how much he loves me and he would remind me about all the great experiences we had together and all the good time we had together, and he would definitely recall our dreams, and basically I would give in and I would come back. And can you guess what would happen? Nothing. Nothing would happen. Everything would stay the same. Why? Because first of all, you just showed him that no matter what, obviously if you left, he did something really, really bad, you just showed him that no matter what and how much he screws up, you will give in and you will come back. So all you taught him for the future is that he can keep screwing up and he can be awful and he can continue demonstrating the same terrible behaviors he has in the past, and anyway you will come back. You will forgive him anyway. So basically there is no lesson learned if you go back to him. Now, we all deserve a second chance, and that is absolutely true, and I am pro forgiveness. Now, forgiveness doesn't mean that you forgot your previous experiences. It just means that you understand that you are forgiving as a human and all your mistakes, so you forgive others. That's a good thing to do. I highly recommend it. Now, what is not good is it is not good to be a simple person, and a simple person does not examine behaviors, does not examine the past, and does not understand the link between the past, the present, and the future. So if you guys, if something really, really bad happened and you left him and he is claiming that he has changed and he wants you back, that there needs to be some time when he proves that he has changed. So you guys need to remain separated, yet kind of like connected, like maybe friends, maybe co-workers if you work together, for you to see that yes, he really changed. Because for me to say I've changed means nothing. I need to prove I changed, and for me to prove that I changed, that takes time and particular situations in which my past behavior, you will see, is replaced with my new behavior, which is better than my old behavior, obviously. So it's not some kind of thing that can cure you, like he's like, hey, but I love you. Remember all the great time we had together, and we've been married for 15 years, and I don't know how long you guys have been married, but let's say 7, 10, 11 years. And you're like, okay, well, everybody deserves a second chance. I believe you. Based on what? If there is no basis, if he has not proven to you through a set of circumstances in which he demonstrated his new behaviors, not once, but consistently, I don't understand how you would believe him. So how can you believe that he has changed? It takes time. Now, in the meantime, instead of being hooked to him and glued to him and having hopes that he will change, I would highly recommend that you don't do that and that you work on yourself in the meantime. And the reason why is because people don't change for other people. So if you believe, well, now I left and he wants me back, so he's going to change for me to get me back, I have never, ever, ever heard a story when this would work. In fact, I heard a lot of stories when he had kind of changed, she came back and it just got worse. So I would not have hopes. I would unhook emotionally, and I would focus on making myself a better me instead of waiting for him. Now, if he does change for himself, not for you, he will only change when he's sick and tired of himself. I promise you, because I only changed when I was sick and tired of myself. So while he is possibly, maybe, hopefully working on himself, you work on yourself. And if it works out, and if there are situations where he will be able to prove that his behaviors are different now, and it's meant to be for you, and you still want him, that's good. But life goes on. You can't count. I can't even tell you how many times I left my husband, and because I was simple versus prudent, meaning that I completely disregarded the past and I decided to blindly believe him because I loved him so much. And I knew in my heart that I would change him. Ain't nothing's good gonna come out of it, I promise you. He will change when he's sick and tired of himself, whether or not you're around. Now, if it got so bad that you decided to leave, and he says that he changed, I don't see any reason for you to come back. Words, they mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. I came back to words so many times until I left final time. And in between all this leave and come back, leave and come back, leave and come back to emptiness, and situations would just get worse and worse. There was so much pain. And every time I would come back, I promise you, it would get worse. Why? Because he did something terrible and I left, yet he said he loves me and I came back. I just taught him one lesson. No matter what he does, I will allow it. So don't allow it. Move on with your life. I don't know what it looks like for your particular situation. I don't know if you're talking about your husband or your ex-boyfriend or somebody you used to live with, but no matter who that person is and what it looks like for you to move on, do move on. And as you move on with your life, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. And if he does the same thing, God bless his heart, I hope he does, and down the road you reconnect and he proves through a set of demonstrated behaviors to you that he has changed and you still want him, then it's wonderful. Maybe you will be able to live your happily ever after. And until then, focus on your life. Good luck to you.